Imagine a content creation platform limitless in possibilities with endless opportunities. It has amazing tools for creators with little to no barrier of entry. It's profitable. It's heaven on your phone. It's other combinations of words that make me sound knowledgeable. Well, TikTok isn't that place, but it can try. You see, it felt like it took one night for TikTok to get the Minecraft treatment. That's to say, it went from wildly unpopular and uncool to the next big thing. Maybe that's just the feeling I got from a middle American high school, but somehow TikTok was able to go from whatever this is to content that I genuinely enjoy. Social media and content creation platforms are driven by their creators. The meta changes and so does the target audience. If people want to start making comedy TikToks, other people will follow suit. People who like making that style of content will find people who like watching it. With that said, most content creation platforms give a disproportionate amount of power to larger creators and celebrities. On Twitter, you work for that blue check mark. On YouTube, once you hit a certain subscriber milestone, you get different contacts inside of YouTube HQ. It's become a meme on TikTok that the algorithm splits people into groups. It manages to figure out what content you like and pushes more of it your way. More on this later, but at the core of each group, whether they're making a joke or creating a trend, no matter what circles of the platform you're a part of, unique features of the app are going to be used. From weird filters the developers implement to preset video formats such as face morph, TikTok thrives on trying new and weird things. It's the highlight of the once musically lip-syncing feature, which takes the platform above and beyond to success. With that in mind, there's a certain other platform of content creation that stands out to me as something I think would work quite well in conjunction. What is it? Podcasts, specifically comedy podcasts, seem like they need more attention on the platform. As a TikTok creator, you're able to take some funny jokes and make something of your own out of them. Suddenly, not only are you repping your favorite podcasters, but you're taking it and adding your own flair to it. Let's Make a Music, featuring Brian David Gilbert, Laura Gilbert, and Jonah Scott, dedicate each episode to taking their fan suggestions and writing a comedic song based around it. Another, more mainstream podcast, My Brother and Me, features Justin Travis and their sweet baby brother, Griffin McElroy. They spend the majority of each episode answering comedic questions from Yahoo Answers and their own open inbox. Let's Make a Music does everything right. It makes music which is danceable and funny. It has funny moments from the talking part of the podcast for people to lip sync. It checks the boxes it needs to. Unfortunately, due to an indefinite hiatus, it never got the chance it deserved to go big. My Brother and Me, on the other hand, is in the midst of getting that chance. After little splotches of their content here and there on the platform, the brothers caught on and mentioned it in an episode. They created a new segment, TikTok O'Clock, where they create 15-second audio clips specifically with TikTok in mind. A creator on the platform who took advantage of this opportunity was none other than Kailey Ryan.
Hi, my name is Kailey Ryan. I'm 19 years old. I am going to be a sophomore at Columbia College Chicago, and I make TikToks about Macro Brothers.
After playing with the artsy side of TikTok, she thought she would try something new.
I think I started listening to them the beginning of my senior year of high school. I saw a bunch of little animations of them on YouTube that I thought were just so funny, and I'm like, I have to know who these people are.
She had tried a couple times before she found success in the brothers. In an earlier video, she played with the veggies be scary gag.
Veggies be scary. Why are they green? You know what else is green? Monsters. You know what else is green? Godzilla.
I think people on TikTok kind of react more to the more work you put into a TikTok, the more people tend to respond to it. Like the TikToks I did before was I was just sitting there and talking. I wasn't really doing anything. But later I'm like, oh, I'll just change outfits to be a different brother. So you kind of have to think about oh, what would it be like if I said these things, or if I was saying these things to my friends, what would that be like? And it kind of changing it and mixing it to like your strengths.
That personal flair is certainly a part of the jigsaw puzzle that is TikTok. But it doesn't necessarily address the success of the McElroys on the platform.
Yeah, I think the first one I made with my brother and the audio, where they're kind of making fun of their own TikTok audios. I was like just in my bathroom, like just doing it. And I'm like, oh, maybe my sister will see it, or maybe a couple of my friends will see it, and that'll be it. It'll be like just like a fun little thing that I have on my TikTok. And I woke up one morning and it was just like, oh, so many people were seeing it and liking it and commenting on it. I was floored with the amount of people that it reached, the amount of people on TikTok that like responded to it and kind of liked the same things I liked. So it was very weird.
The brothers have mastered the art of feeding the right fires. As soon as they got a whiff of a community forming on TikTok, they knew to push that as far and as fast as they could. They made TikTok a clock, and with the help of creative touches from people like Kailey, it took off. Whether the brothers expected it to blow up on TikTok or not is debatable, but their experiences with social psychology through the likes of social media is undeniable. The barrier to entry is so low on TikTok that it allows any old podcast listener to add their presence. This is something Kailey is well aware of.
TikTok is very interesting in the sense that it is very short. It's 15 seconds. You do it, you post it, and you're done. Like on TikTok, you don't really have to like have like a fancy camera, and you don't have to like put in like a 40-minute video. You just have to be yourself and be creative, and that really lends itself to TikTok as a social media platform.
There's still more to the story of McElroy's success on TikTok. The meta surrounding the platform revolves around the For You page and its algorithm. Similar to the likes of YouTube recommendations and subscription feeds, on the For You page, TikTok uses an artificial intelligent algorithm to try to guess what the viewer will enjoy. It chooses what content to display based on the viewer's past interactions. Somehow, that algorithm manages to simultaneously be as large a meme as it is a mystery. Though nobody truly understands how the algorithm works, people have generally come to the conclusion that the content you interact with most on the platform will influence what the group you're a part of. Though nobody truly understands, people generally have come to the conclusion that the content you interact with most on the platform will influence the group you're a part of. Essentially, forcing you to come across the same creators, viewers, and commenters based on your shared interests. This gives the illusion of safety for creators. A space to be experiment and be bold. TikTok, thanks to its shorter format, though, doesn't actually provide that perceived security. Each time someone loads up the app, in the same amount of time they would normally spend on YouTube, they are able to get through significantly more content. Combine this with self-confident and bold creators, you can attract and keep a viewer's attention. You don't deter it. This is counter to the idea that safety is found in small audiences of like-minded people. Even with surrounding jokes of the Chinese government using the app to spy on American citizens, even with surrounding allegations and scandals, people continue to use the app. This is thanks in part to the huge serotonin boost every time your bold video gets a like. And with a public-facing app like TikTok, as opposed to the likes of friends and family-facing platforms such as Facebook or Instagram, everything you post is subject to blow up. Everything you post is subject to have eyes on it. But the low barrier to entry and the meta surrounding the app aren't the only things setting TikTok apart. How the app treats creators on the platform is vastly different from anywhere else, especially when put side by side with the closest and only real competing video platform, YouTube. Hank Green, social media extraordinaire, goes into so much more detail than I ever could. But on the surface level, TikTok makes it nearly impossible for creators to monetize views. They go as far as to make it difficult to take those eyes to another platform. The company has made a closed ecosystem, similar to the likes of Apple. And TikTok makes money. Lots of it. And so little goes back to those creators. If I wanted to talk to a friend with cool reactions and read receipts from my computer, I would use Android because RCS. But if I wanted to do it like a normal human, I'd have to be using a Mac with iMessage. They would have to be using an iPhone. If I want to have my TikTok fan base watching off-platform content, I wouldn't be able to. This is due to the fact that by the time you're even able to start getting a significant pull from TikTok to another platform, you're likely already at the point where brand deals are coming through and you no longer need to leave the platform to get money. But it isn't all bad for creators. As I mentioned before, short-form content means more views per sitting. Especially with the surrounding YouTube meta to take each video over 10 minutes, it's no shock that fewer YouTube channels ever get the chance to have the following that so many do on TikTok. When it comes down to it, we'll never be able to find out what makes a perfect TikTok. It will literally never be possible. Tom Scott talks about this in a YouTube video about the YouTube algorithm, but the point he makes is that a neural network, an artificially intelligent algorithm, tries to complete a task. All you can do is provide inputs and have the algorithm provide an output. It tries to achieve a goal. In TikTok and YouTube's case, the algorithm's goal is to recommend videos based on what the viewer will like. The algorithm puts a video in, and if the viewer watches the whole thing or likes it or comments on it or shares it, it either has to say the viewer enjoyed this or they didn't. And then the algorithm tries again with the next video. We don't know what's happening in between that input and output. We don't know what the computer does to tell what you like. Nobody, not even the highest of higher ups at TikTok know, because that's the limitation of artificial intelligence. But watching 100 videos at a time instead of 50 because short form content is made to do that, it definitely is training that algorithm faster. No matter what we do, people will try to break the algorithm, try to find what will make their video perform the best. It's why we see random hashtags. But for now, in the meantime, I think you should just create whatever the hell you want to. Because when it comes down to it, TikTok has zero capitalistic appeal. You can't easily earn money until you've become Charli D'Amelio. Make what you want. Appeal to the group that you'll appeal to. And then rinse and repeat. 60% of viewers fell through. Time to catch up, TikTok and Revue. Gonna bring you up to speed on what's going on in the podcast scene. But not just audio, if that's a shock. We're talking successes, the one on TikTok. I only waited a couple years, but Kailey Ryan, she said no fear. She's a fan of the McElroys, cross her heart, and she helped the trio get their start on TikTok. She's not like old enough. Never mind. The McElroys are doing great. A couple creators pulled their weight. And it's not just MBMBAM, I promise it's true. Taz is a community following through. Time to talk Brian, that guy from Unraveled. It's sad to say, but he hasn't much traveled. He's been cooped up on YouTube. He hasn't yet flaked, but his podcast does say it's on more than a break. Look, I just want to see it go big on TikTok. It would be so cool. In the meantime, I might be alone, but when my friends get famous, I'm still unknown. The fame itself, it's not what I ask, but use this audio. It would be a blast. It's from a podcast, MBMBAM, from Brian, Laura, and Jonah. Yeah, them. Anyway, that's all the time I got. Sub to me, just food for thought.